will create an arena to explore new opportunities in the power and energy sector of Bangladesh with the ever-growing power and energy needs of the country. I think the exhibition will be a B2B platform for the entire power and energy industry of Bangladesh, including consumers, to share the latest technology and the innovation in power generation and energy sector. The exhibition may encourage new foreign investments in the power and energy sector of our country. And you know, this is a great opportunity to know each other, the foreign countries' energy experts, and regarding the machinery and the technology of all over the world, and we can get the benefit from the outside, and we can develop our energy sector in our country. The Bangladesh power is the precondition for social and economic development. Not only Bangladesh, in other countries also, it will be better. It will be very great if we are able to provide uninterrupted and quality power supply to the consumers of Bangladesh. The vision of the present government is to provide, I think this, our energy advisor will tell regarding this, that 2021 by 20,000 megawatt we need 2021, and government has given a proposal, Power System Master Plan 2010. According to the plan 2030, the demand of power would be around 34,000 megawatt, while the generation capacity would be about 39,000 megawatt. Presently, the power generation capacity is nearly 10,648 megawatt. Considering the country's future energy security, the government has rightly given the due importance on renewable energy and efficiency as well as energy conservation. We are happy to know that Asian Development Bank, ADB, is also keen to provide support for renewable energy development in Bangladesh. We also appreciate the new initiative of 500 megawatt solar program supported by ADB. The future of Bangladesh in the energy and power sector is very bright indeed. Many private organizations are making investment in the energy sector, including air, hydro, biofuel, and working for expanding the use of solar energy in Bangladesh. We are very thankful to their efforts. I hope that through the implementing all these initiatives by both the government and development partners and the private sector, Bangladesh can efficiently achieve the target of power generation as per our vision 2021. You all know that we are a population of 160 million people. We can produce also and we can consume. If we can produce the electricity, then in Bangladesh we can consume also electricity very well, because our rural economy is very vibrant. They can consume the materials, they can produce the materials. Yesterday I was a seminar and a financing exhibition in SME sector. SME sector about 86% industrial growth. Industry is, I think about our GDP growth, industrial share is 30%. And out of the industrial 30%, this 80-90% is SME growth. That is why SME sector can improve only the supply. Supply can be given to the rural area. But this government, I can tell you, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, at the time, because I am a advisor of the ruling Awami League Party also, there was a meeting in 2009, just after become next Prime Minister. After 1996, she was first Prime Minister, and then 2009. Now, after end of 2009, there was a meeting, and she was telling us, don't forget, don't be afraid, because I'm giving it, this is my commitment, and election commitment also, that we will give the power to my Bangladeshi people. And whatever is happening, I don't know exactly, but what will be the consequence, and ready to take the consequences, because I will give the power to the Bengali people, and then afterwards there's a quick rental system is introduced in Bangladesh. People used to tell this is a bad system anywhere in the world, but she was, and his advisor was so serious, and they were committed to the people, and they started this system, and system proved that Bangladesh can do himself, and Bangladesh become the almost self-sufficient electricity. There is no load shedding in this moment in Bangladesh. This is a great achievement for this present government. And I can tell you that there is a quick rental system is not so popular system in the world, but it's proven in Bangladesh that started this. Now we are going time-consuming system, because if you want to have a plant in Bangladesh, it will take 3, 4, 5 years. But quick rental system is already Bangladesh. Bangladesh is near about self-sufficient in energy sector due to this quick rental system. Now many plant is coming up by the joint venture from country and our private sector also, and many foreign countries are coming with the plant, and that is why we want that our the country will be self-sufficient, because people is coming, FDI, direct foreign investment, and local investment requires infrastructure. We are talking about the infrastructure all the time. The infrastructure, mainly the energy side, and the energy means gas, and the power is electricity. And power, electricity, government is trying that can be produced in the country. But gas is very difficult. You don't know whether underground gas is available or not. That will take some time. But energy, I can tell you and assure you, and that time the Honorable Prime Minister and our Honorable Advisor is promise bound to give the power to the country. If you can give the power, now we are the second position in the government sector. Government sector requires the power, not the energy always. That is why we have supplied the power to the government sector, and we become the second position in the world. Now we visited with our Prime Minister. I was there in Torres of Prime Minister in America, in Italy, in Japan and China. They are very much eager to see. Japan is very much eager to see the Bangladesh as a China +1. If we want to be China +1, then investment is required. And they are ready to come in a bigger way, but they need the infrastructure. I can tell you the advisor, Honorable Advisor, that if you can give the infrastructure, you can give investment from many countries from the world, mainly America. There was a meeting in a Chamber of Commerce of America during our last visit with the American people. Then I told the American gathering that nobody will wait for none, and China and Japan is coming in a bigger way. You don't wait, you come to your country. They told that we will come to your country if you can provide the infrastructure. That I think that within few years it will be possible to give the infrastructure and facilities for the foreigners, and we will be able to set up many industries in Bangladesh. And you know that the other day the 30,000 solar system is a very important because our rural area is out of the national grid. And that is why solar system is very suitable for Bangladesh, and they have already 3 million solar home system is already established and inaugurated by our Prime Minister, and 2001 another 3 million, means 30 lakhs solar system will be introduced in our country. And I can tell you one thing, that our population, our demographic dividend is very important for our country, as because 15 to 40 years about 70% population, 60% population is our young population, and we can properly utilize the young population. They can give a great thing to the Bangladesh, and that population is an asset for us. And by this time, you know that Bangladesh is some places in social system indicators. Bangladesh is more higher and more exclusive, and I can tell you that some places Bangladesh exceed the Indian position also. And the Mohammad Hossain told that in social system, in social indicators, Bangladesh is more efficient in respect of India. And I must congratulate the organizer, especially this honorable lady that organized 13 times this exhibition in Bangladesh, and I can on behalf of the BCCI, I must congratulate her, and I can assure you that I had a talk with Honorable Prime Minister regarding the World Trade Center in Dhaka. I used to stay in Chittagong most of the time of my life, beginning, and then I was associated with the World Trade Center of Chittagong. There was a good place. They have taken a good place long before. About 40 years back, they have taken this land. But now his land is not available in this area. We asked a land in that Purvachal, but Prime Minister was in a jolly mood. She was telling me, why not on the other side of Podda? And the Podda, other side Podda, let us have the Podda bridge, then we'll think about. Before that, we should have near about Dhaka. And I can tell you on behalf of the BCCI that we are trying, and I request our honorable advisor, he will also cooperate with us. And this Mr. Aftalul Islam was talking about the coal policy. Coal policy will be guided by this ministry. Coal policy is a must at this moment to get the energy and get the power also. With these few words, I'd like to thank you all. Thank you, the organizer, and thank you, the participant from home and abroad. Thank you very much. Long live Bangladesh. God bless you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed, President of BCCI. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to humbly request the chief guest of today's inaugural ceremony, Honorable Mr. Tawfiq Ilahi Chaudhry, Bir Bikram, PhD, Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister on Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Affairs, Government of Bangladesh. I request you, sir, to kindly deliver your speech and declare this exhibition officially open.
Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. Let me first congratulate Ms. Islam for organizing this platform. I would rather call it a platform than an exhibition, where both all the stakeholders, energy and power sector, can come together, spend some time, learn about technology, meet each other, network with each other. So I hope this is a 13th such exhibition, but I'm sure it's not an unlucky 13 number. We have gone past that kind of prejudice long ago. I'm glad to see here the leader of our industry, President of Bangladesh Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a good friend of mine since olden days, as he mentioned. Aftab is also a younger brother of mine, and Munar. I was just reflecting that he is involved in solar power. His name is also Munawar, means power, light. So he's trying to justify their name that his parents had given him. I don't generally get into political themes, but Ms. Islam mentioned that there are fewer participants this year than previous years. I was just reading a book by one Mr. Francis Fukuyama, who's written earlier books many of you might know. The End of Civilization is one of his first seminal books. This is the latest one in a sequel, and this one deals with democracy and decay. And it's a thick book, but I have some relevant points here because you mentioned that. He talks about three things: it's an effective state, rule of law, and democratic accountability. These three put together, are the elements of social order in a modern society. But they don't happen to be together always. Even mature countries have run into dead end. Like he cites United States, which has gradually, after having an effective state, now the government is ineffective because of the paralysis of democratic accountability from Congress. So, natural progress, India on one hand has, according to him, kind of not a very effective government, but it has quite a bit of democratic content also. On the contrary, China, which is a very effective government state, but less of democratic accountability. What I'm trying to say that in the development of nations, you can't expect all of them to be at the same time, at the same place, in the same extent. Which brings us to the point, Bangladesh has now a very effective government, a government which is dedicated to, somebody is nodding against me, okay, he has a point. But Bangladesh has a very effective government now. And why I say a government effectiveness, one way to measure is the outcome, the promises that it makes to the nation and how it performs, One would not be very keen on process rather than the outcome. Now, our Prime Minister had made some promises in 2009 to the nation in terms of growth, in terms of other parameters, social development, empowerment of women's social development, and in more quantitative terms, he also promised how much electricity will be provided by certain dates also, by a number of years. So, and if you go and look back on the promises made as a government, I think the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina comes out with flying colors, gets straight A's. There's no doubt about it. And if you want me, I can get about it. Let me cite the case of electricity. She had promised to the nation that the generation capacity will be 7,000 megawatt by 2011, 5,000 and 7,000 megawatt by 2013. In 2013, when the 10-year finished, we had crossed 11,000 megawatt, when she promised was only 7,000 megawatt. So I think the effectiveness of government can be measured in terms of its own delivery. Like companies, you run companies, at the end of the day, the balance sheet is the key thing. It's not, amorphous ideas, processes you talk about in a very elusive way. So, and in all the performances, indicators that you can assess a government, this is an effective government. And also, many of you attend generic discussions about governance, or what is governance. I've often found it difficult to grapple with this animal. But I would not mention the name of the ambassador. A Western ambassador